Hi, it's Tom on TikTok. For 14 years, I've been asked the same question over and over. What can we do? How can we stop this corruption? At the end of this post, I will show you and tell you how we can stop it. How we can stop the unlawful mortgage interest rates being applied by vulture funds against hundreds of thousands of Irish families. Expose the billions in unpaid stamp duty by these vulture funds. Last Wednesday, the 25th of October, as reported, the Master of the High Court stated that the Property Registration Authority of Ireland is acting criminally and misleading the courts of Ireland. A first in history. A first in the 150 jurisdictions throughout the world that a Master of the High Court stated that a government department was acting criminally. Under Section 41 of the Criminal Justice Act of 1999, attempting to pervert the course of justice is a criminal act, with a possible 7-year jail sentence, if found guilty. Why has the Irish media censored this sensational story? A government department aiding and abetting vulture funds. Servicing agents, vulture funds, committing perjury every day in the courts of Ireland, where they file false and fabricated statements before the courts of Ireland. Remember, a person commits an offence in a statement of truth made in the place of and in accordance with Section 21 of the Criminal Justice Perjury and Related Offences Act of 2021. That is false and he or she knows it to be false. Over the last 14 months, vulture funds have increased their interest rates, some up to 8.5%. But did you know that the Irish Central Bank has authorised them to charge up to 26% annually? Bet that comes as a shock to you. We have a policy of corruption at the highest level, where unnamed, unspecified third parties can hike your interest rates, make billions in tax-free profits, evict our Irish families, and are contributory negligent for the countless suicides in this country, responsible for the tens of thousands of Irish families ripped apart. They have sadistically, without mercy, dragged our Irish children from their beds and cast them onto the streets. I would ask everyone here watching, ask everyone you know, family, friends, work colleagues, to go to your local Garda station and make a criminal complaint against Talta Éireann, formerly known as the Property Registration Authority of Ireland. Use the laws if a member of An Garda Síochána is confused at which laws. You will find those laws at www.waitingforthesheriff.com. I have listed every one of them. I'll give you a brief outline. Contrary to the statutory and lawful obligations and the power upon which the Office of the Property Registration Authority of Ireland, the PRAI, operates, it is claimed the PRAI did breach the terms and extent of its statutory powers on the event and/or action and ceasing and desisting from the completion of the Land Registry Form 56. Such action is inconsistent with the PRAI's governing statute. Such action is considered unlawful. On the event of bulk transfers, the Property Registration Authority of Ireland did, contrary to law, aid the appointed servicing agents implied by unnamed, unspecified, anonymous third parties. The PRAI relies on practice directions being a supplement protocol to civil procedure. The said procedure practice directions is compelled to adhere to the rule of law. It is claimed the PRAI did depart and abandon its historical statutory obligation in completion of the Land Registry Form 56. It has claimed such action is contrary to law and outside the scope of the PREI's governing statute. Such action exposes the citizens of Ireland to unspecified third parties acquiring properties covertly in Ireland. Just pausing there for 1 second, just imagine that we can have people in South America, drug cartels, even the Kinahan Group, covertly investing in properties in Ireland. They're not being checked. The monies and funds are not being checked. And yet they can appoint a servicing agent who then goes along and claims that they are the lawful owner before the courts of Ireland and claims 300%, 400%, 600% more than they paid for the loans. By the willful admission of the monetary value of the property being registered in the PRAI, it is claimed such unlawful departure from the Registration of Title Act of 1964 denies the citizens of Ireland millions in the common practice of the application of stamp duty by the Irish Revenue Commissioners. Such action is claimed to be contrary to the Criminal Justice Theft and Fraud Act of 2001, contrary to the Powers of Attorney Act of 1996, and Section 3, ironically, of the Property Registration Authority of Ireland's own legislation. It's contrary to the Consumer Mortgage Credit Agreement, Regulation Section 9, where a third-party power of attorney is prohibited by law. It is claimed the Property Registration Authority, with intent, violated the legislative obligations. Such actions is considered unlawful. It is claimed by the premeditated and direct unlawful actions of the Property Registration Authority of Ireland facilitates unspecified third parties and their appointed servicing agent to engage in the practice of litigation trafficking, contrary to the Maintenance and Bracery Act of 1634 and Section 6, subsection 1 of the Criminal Justice Theft and Fraud Offences Act. If you want to make a difference, if you want to expose the corruption in this country, go onto my website, www.waitingforthesheriff.com. Download the laws that I've stated. Go into a Garda station and make a criminal complaint. The Master of the High Court has stated they are acting criminally. What more do you need for those hundreds of thousands who are paying an additional €2,000 a month? Ask yourself the question, can you afford to pay $4,000 extra a month? Expose them. Thank you for watching. Please like and share. The more likes I get, the higher the rating gets. Keep your family safe. Talk to you soon.